Everyone, this is Keith of the Hodge Twins. I got pissed off by this black guy. Well, he's not black, so he says he's not black. If y'all didn't know, I'm a black male. I mean, I'm not the darkest black male. I mean, I have green eyes. That's not something that's typical for a black person to have. But I do have some of the features, okay? Like these big lips I got. They come in handy for a lot of good things. But that's another topic. But what pisses me off is when I come across people who are obviously black, have all the black features, but who say they're not black. No, I'm not black. I'm Jamaican, Puerto Rican. I'm British. What? Okay, let's take somebody who's famous and who's black. I mean, let's take Chris Tucker, for instance. What if Chris Tucker said he wasn't black? I'm Dominican. Bitch! Just because your dumb black ass was born in Cuba or Jamaica doesn't change the fact. Wait a minute. Black. Everybody think I'm black because of Friday. That's just a role I played. Okay? My name's not Smokey. It's Rafael Santana. I'm Dominican. You see? I ain't black. Man, it pisses me off. Someone who is obviously black, they have all the characteristics of being black. But to them, they're not black. I mean, nowadays, it's cool to be black. I mean, got a black president.
The Business Report, where we're going to be giving you guys our opinions on a variety of topics such as love and relationships, health and beauty, current events, food reviews, and much more. So basically, giving you the business. Negro.com. This is a website that Alex came across, and we're just looking at it, and it's basically black men in the public eye with non-black women. Right.
But we were black. They broke out the window. My sister, who was premature, died of pneumonia. So when she told that story, it wasn't to say, you know, what it said to me as a child is that if the secret got out, that we could end up dead. That's the way I took it as a child. But my mom, sometimes I think it really bothered her to pass. It bothered her a lot. When I was in the 6th grade, when I was 12 years old, I was in my 6th grade class, and there was a teacher there, and he was very racist. And Sandra Davis Jr. married Mae Britt, and he put up this newspaper article about that on the bulletin board, and he started saying some racist comments. And I said that I stood up and said I was black. So they put me out of school, got my mom to school, and said, you know, your child thinks, you know, needs some help. And my mother stood up and said, you know, that we were black, and she got that teacher expelled. So there was a lot of times my mom seemed like when I couldn't keep the secret, she seemed to support me in it. So I think it always really bothered her to pass.
And in middle school, everybody does things that are malicious and mean to other kids. And I'm bringing that up to show that racism is so ingrained in us, in society, that, you know, if you think that children are colorblind or not racist, that's absolutely untrue. And I'm 22 years old now, and I still experience that. People telling me that I'm not black, or that I'm acting white, or I'm not black enough, that I'm not black. People telling me that I'm not black. I still experience that. People telling me that I'm not black.
Time and time again, I say, yes, I'm black. It seems like it's my opinion to them and not a fact. Hearing this, sometimes it does bother me. They see me, think I'm pretty, so they say I must be mixed. Yes, mixed. Why is that? Just because I'm lighter than others, I'm not black? This is so crazy having to prove my race. What hurts the most is having to prove it to my own race. They say, you the prettiest black girl I've ever seen. Because black girls ain't pretty, you know what I mean? No, I don't, because what I've seen is beautiful black girls. rocking froze, braids, cornrows, and curls. He says, "Hey, Red Bone, come here, what you mix with Asian? It's a shame what this world think of us black women." They ask me, "Is that your real hair? Because it's long." Wow, did they really just ask that? That is so wrong. Black women with long hair, they must have extensions, but if they see an Asian or Caucasian, that's their hair? Nah, they just don't mention. Yes, I'm black. Do I have to show you my parents? Here's a picture. They look at my hair to see if I have the right texture. It's so sad how this world is, but this is the world we have to live in. This is the world we are judged by men, listening to stupid remarks since we were children. Just because I'm light-skinned don't make me better than others. I'm black, you black, we all sisters and brothers. I'm beautiful, you beautiful, we need to love one another. Because the truth is, we all came from the same father. I'ma have the same answer you can keep asking me. Yes, I'm black, and I'm proud to be.
People's ideas about what it means to be one race or another by asking the question, can you guess my race? Now, before the show, this entire audience saw pictures of all three of the women that are on our stage right now, and they tried to identify these women by their race. 64% of our audience thinks Candace is mixed Hispanic and black. 77% of our audience thinks Adria is biracial, black, and white. 90% of our audience said that Marvell is biracial, black, and white. So, all of you guys, can you tell us what your race is?
I am 100% African American. My mother is black, my father is black, so that makes me black.
Okay. Adria?
100% black and proud.
Okay. Marvell?
I'm 100% African American.
100% African American. Okay. How many of you guys are shocked? Obviously, shocked. Somebody just said shocked. So I'm sure this response from the audience going, "Oh my gosh," is nothing new to you guys. Candace, tell me, when people see your hair and your skin with you being a woman of color, a black woman, what do they think and how does that make you feel?
Every day of my life, I get people coming up to me, "Oh, your hair is so nice, you're light skin, like, what are you? Are you like Puerto Rican?" I've heard people ask me, am I Indonesian, Dominican, part white, and I'm just like, I'm 100% African American. I mean, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Do they seem disappointed when you say that?
Yeah, but you're so exotic looking. Like, what the hell is that?
Okay.
Because both of my kids are. See, here are their pictures. I was just wondering what they look like when they get older. How can I determine what your kids will look like?
Wow. Okay. And Marvell, tell me about the speeding ticket that you got.
Yes, I actually got a speeding ticket, and the cop didn't ask me what was my race. He just assumed that I was white.
He just checked white. Got it. And do you think that your lives are harder because you are of mixed race, but when your lineage, the direct lineage is black or African American?
It definitely makes things more complicated for me. I'm a black woman, and I'm very proud of who I am and where I come from.
He's half Mexican, and he's half black. He hates it when people identify him in any way Mexican. He'd rather be seen as black. We got a little deeper as to why, which was actually shocking to both Kimberly and I. We were like, that's seriously deep. Yeah, it's deep. But we're going to check out the next part of our social experiment in dealing with biracial identity.
This could be a woman of mixed heritage, absolutely. I don't know why I gotta think about this. The nose is not as prominent. Of course the hair, I think the hair is probably dyed, but the eyes are very big eyes.
For sure, I think she's either mixed or Hispanic. Definitely. She could even be Boricua.
So she could give off both the Spanish look, she give off the white girl look.
This is a pretty young woman who I think may be of mixed race. Philippine mixed with African American. The lips are not full lips. She's got a full smile.
She could be Hispanic and Caucasian.
I mean, because of the hair, she might be mixed, but I think definitely Caucasian.
All right, Charissa and her sister Demetria are here. How do you guys define yourself racially? What are you?
I see myself as being black.
You see yourself as black. And you see yourself as?
I see myself as black as well.
See yourself as black. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's how you define yourself.
Yeah.
Now, if we did the genetic testing and genetics could tell race, which they kind of can a little bit these days, what's your mom and your daddy?
My mom is white. My dad is black.
Okay. And why do you not identify with the white side?
I don't ever want to be classified as white because I don't like white people. I think they're racist and unaccepting.
And what about you?
I identify myself as black, and I too have experienced racism. One time when I was in a restaurant, this is a response for, what was it? Hold on. Multiracial, biracial children rather be anything but black. Okay, so I looked into this video, and there seems to be a lot of a common theme where biracial children or multiracial children feel that they're better than blacks and that they never want to associate or whatever with the black side, and that they always feel like they're better than the black side. And I have to disagree with that because
father them bad kids. He came, and as he's coming in, I see I'm getting escorted to our security office, so I go outside the office to greet him at the door, right? Along with my boss, my manager. And he says, he looks at me, who the fuck are you? I said, I'm the guy that arrested your wife for stealing makeup. You fucking nigger. I bet you want to take your big monkey dog and put it all in my wife, don't you? I'm not making this shit up, man. The only reason why I thought about this freaking story is about that, the N-word going up in my chat. I was like, dude was all up in my face screaming at me, man. And when I get pissed off, I go to shake it. My eyes start watering, and then I go black, and then I just forget everything. I just go to beat my ass. But I don't know, I kept my composure. I didn't do anything. I said, sir, you're going to have to leave. Because you're going to make the situation worse. Not only is your wife going to jail, you're going to go to jail, and then your kids is going to, what is it called?
Social service.
Social services?
Child protection. Maybe.
Child protection or whatever.
Some, now this is an interesting one. Black parents, white baby, it simply says. And it's an exclusive on a black couple who have given birth to a white girl. Wow. Right.
Imagine the shock.
Imagine the explanation. You'd have to be careful.
Imagine the explanation.
Ben and Angela, how do you feel about little Matty?
We feel excited having new baby, and at the same time a bit kind of having nothing much to say. I mean, knowing not what to say from what comes out of the birth.
What do you think, Angela? First time you see Matty?
Well, first time I saw the baby, I'm happy to have a baby. At the same time, I was surprised to see the blonde hair. Even when I was in my room, where they came to me, some people that saw me there and saw the baby say, it was a strange and a surprise that, did I marry a white? Is my husband a white man? I said, no. How come? I said, I don't know. This is just the way I saw the baby. So.
And you, Ben, when you first saw Matty, what did you think?
Well, it was almost the same, like she was being surprised and at the same time happy to have a new baby, but it was still confusing that we have a blonde, in a complete black family. but I had to ask questions because I never knew actually what it is about, and I'm sure personally that is my kid.
You never doubt.
I'm sure it's my kid, but I don't know why she's blonde. But
you said that they first thought it was for albinism.
yeah, the nurse thought it was. She was albino, but when they checked the eyes, they said the eyes are clear. That is not albino.
But now that the doctors are saying she's not albino, but what are they telling you now?
So, but the midwife that came today, this morning, she was
like, look, because they have to him black boy.
That because that's an amazing part of our culture. Like he should want to experience that culture. He doesn't really know anything about the Mexican culture.
Well, your mother is here. Alicia is here. This is your son. This is your baby. You birthed him. And he's saying he does not like the side of you that created him, the side that you represent, shall I say. What does that make you feel like?
Well, it really hurts me so bad. It hurt my feelings really bad because maybe because the way he looks, he doesn't look like Mexican and everybody just call him black boy. So maybe that's why. And it really hurts me so bad because he just don't like to be a Mexican. And he just don't like to be around Mexicans, around my family. And it hurts me because he just don't like my mom at all. Okay, always he said, he embarrassed. I know he loves me, and I love him the way he is. Even the color he look. He's my son, and I love him. But I just wish he can change his mentality and look that he's half and half. And that's no matter what people say, he should be proud of what he is. Because I'm really proud of, I'm full Mexican, and I know my family doesn't speak English, but I love my family the way they are, the way they look, because they are supposed to be, because God created everybody the way they are.
The Black Cobra, and Steve, the art specialist.
We're back in the building.
And we're gonna talk about a question: being biracial in America, and how sometimes you can feel pressure to choose one side over another.
You know what? I wonder how that happens. Is it from like friends? And it's definitely not from family, right?
It can be from like distant family. So, like from growing up, especially like being biracial, a lot of people are like, well, growing up, like, why do you talk like
skin tone, like, it's dumb. Why can't we all just friends? You clearly see that we are friends.
Exactly.
Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah.
With a little bit of nigga. But
no, I'm just a light-skinned nigga, okay?
Yeah, she's just a light-skinned nigga. That's all light-skinned people are. They're just black, but just a little lighter, Look at it this way. We are all family. We are a family.
Yes, we are.
Like a perfect... No, with a little bit of nigga. But
no, I'm just a light-skinned nigga, okay?
Yeah, she's just a light-skinned nigga. That's all light-skinned people are.
And where are you now with this, what shall we call it, dual identity? What tell me your...
I don't have a dual identity. I have two parents, and both of them are light-skinned blacks. And I know my history well enough. I don't have an identity problem. I am black. My consciousness is black. My concerns are about black issues and about black people. I have no problem with being black. I'm not multiracial. I'm not mixed. I'm black. Black and black mixed black. So I don't have a problem with it.
Kathleen Cross. You didn't try to pass.
My mother, my story is almost the exact opposite of hers because my mother is white and my father is black. But my mother raised me in the black community so that most of my role models, all the people that I loved, everyone was black. And right now are black. It's not a denial of my whiteness, but it's an acceptance of my blackness and who I am and who I've always been.
You say all your mannerisms and experiences are from the black experience.
I won't say all because I don't think that's true. I think I have gotten a lot of my mannerisms come from my mother. I say things and I've had things pointed out to me like I say I'm going to do my laundry and that's my mother. And that's not a black term to say I'm going to do my laundry. But a lot of who I am and most of my mannerisms and who I am, the music I listen to. And, you know, I talked about that in the article that I wrote, that I do not adopt white culture as my own. And a lot of white people, I'm sure there are people in the audience who think, white culture, what's that? But if you're black, you know there's a difference between black culture and white culture.
And certainly you've had a front row seat to racism against black people.
Oh, certainly.
Not unlike a Jewish woman who marries an Irish guy and walks through life with an Irish last name and hears epithets at the bridge table where they're playing cards.
That's right. I've had people tell me, and I had this woman tell me one time she dates black men, okay, and told me she would never date a white man. And didn't really explain to me why, but she dates black men, and right now she's married and is raising an African-American child, or at least from my perspective, the child. She thinks the child is mixed, and that's a whole new race. But this woman told me she broke up with her last boyfriend because he was too black. And I said, well, what do you mean he's too black? She said, well, he's ignorant and doesn't want to do anything with himself. And I thought to myself, what is she doing here? If that was her perspective of black people, she would never have said that to me if she remembered that I was black. She said it to me because she thought I was white.
Married is your mother?
This brother here, myself, all of us, we're born with our hair like this, and we just wear it like this. Because it's natural, because the reason for it, you might say, is like a new awareness among black people that their own natural appearance, physical appearance is beautiful and it's pleasing to them. For so many, many years, we were told that only white people were beautiful. Only straight hair, light eyes, light skin was beautiful. And so black women would try everything they could, straighten their hair, lighten their skin, to look as much like white women. But this has changed because black people are aware. And white people are aware of it too because white people now want natural wigs. They want wigs like this. Dig it? Isn't it beautiful? All right.
He's a friend of Huey Newton. There wasn't an organization that he becomes a member of. It's an organization that he helps get started. This is what people now, they see Black Panthers after the fact that they've already had an organization. But when I came to California and met the Black Panthers, it was just a very small community group. For Richard, it wasn't even a group. It was his friends that he worked with. And so it gave rise. These are the people who have created the organization.
Nowadays, it's cool to be black. I mean, got a black president. Time for a history lesson. Now, here's Africa. Came down to Africa and took black people as slaves. They took them on boats across the Atlantic Ocean. Okay? And you know, they're moving right along for days, months at a time on boats. And, oh, well, look here. Look at these islands. Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Cuba. That's where these boats stopped off first, and they colonized these islands, okay? And that's how your black ass was born in Jamaica. That's how your black ass was born in Cuba. Okay? You're not fucking Cuban. You're not fucking Jamaican. You're black as the soles on the bottom of my damn shoes. I'm sorry to tell you, I got bad news. You're black. I'm so sorry to break that on to you. You should have caught on when your dumb black ass is in the mirror looking at yourself. I don't know how you could do it. Well, I'm not black. I'm Jamaican. Just because you got a little funny accent, just because your dumb ass was born in Bermuda, doesn't change the fact that you're black. What would it look like if Jackie Chan said he wasn't Asian? Hey, I'm not Asian. I'm Cuban. Bitch. Yeah, you are, man. You Asian. You Asian, man. You ain't fooling nobody. No, I ain't. You black. I'm Dominican.
Ask my name Creole all the time, especially my students. It's like, teacher, you get perm? No, dude, this is just my hair. It's always been like that. And I'm not mixed at all. My mother is black, my dad's black. My dad was just light skinned. It's been like that. And I'm not mixed at all. My mother is black, my dad's black. My dad was just light skinned.
Mr. O'Connor.
What is your real name?
Malcolm X.
Is that your legal name?
As far as I'm concerned, it's my legal name.
Have you been to court to establish the
I didn't have to go to court to be called Murphy or Jones or Smith. Excuse me for answering you this way.
That's
if
all right.
a Chinese person were to say his name was Patrick Murphy, you would look at him like he's insane, because Murphy is an Irish name, a European name, or the name that has a Caucasian or a white background. And a yellow person, Chinese is a yellow man, and he has nothing to do or no connection whatsoever with the name Murphy. And if it doesn't look proper for a person who is yellow or Chinese to be walking around named Burton or Jones or Johnson or Bunch or Powell, I think it would be just as improper for a black person or the so-called Negro in this country, as we're taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to walk around with these names. And therefore he teaches us that during slavery, the same slave master who owned us put his last name on us to denote that we were his property. So that when you see a Negro today who's named Johnson, if you go back in his history, you'll find that he was once his grandfather, or one of his forefathers was owned by a white man who was named Johnson. His name is Bunch. His grandfather was owned by a white man that was named Bunch.
Would you mind telling me what your father's last name was?
My father didn't know his last name. My father got his last name from his grandfather, and his grandfather got it from his grandfather, who got it from the slave master. The real names of our people were destroyed during slavery.
I created this video to make a simple but necessary point. I have noticed that non-black people, particularly whites, on the internet often have the temerity to try to tell black people who and what we are. Some of them even get into heated arguments over this subject and seem overly concerned about it, even when it has absolutely nothing to do with them. Some whites actually seem to be hurt over this issue and get angry over it for some bizarre reason, which I would never understand. The point of this video is to let everyone know and see for yourself just how very diverse black people are. To let you see just how determined we are to be who and what we are. And to let the detractors know that, number one, you cannot define us. And anything that you say actually means nothing. And number two, you cannot divide us. We, the black people of this world, are fully aware of your efforts to divide and control. But it is not going to work. We are black. We have always been black. And we will always be black. Whatever term you may choose to call us, even if it is a pejorative term, whatever suits you and your racial ideologies, just know this: we are black. And on that point, we are united. From From those of us that are light and bright and almost look white, to those of us who are black as night, we have no interest in any divisive terms that you conjure up. We acknowledge our diversity of appearance, and we embrace it. You can be whatever you want to be, and we actually don't care. But we are black. All of us.